Hey, this is me. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the other video to work on the page, so, oh well. If you can see me, I'd love it if you could say something so that I know that you're here. And Cezanne is all ready to go, and I said, you're going to have some friends tonight. So this is a cat class, and some of you know that I have two cats, Cezanne and Shanti. And the reason I even learned about essential oils for cats is because of them. He has hairballs every once in a while, and he gets stressed if there's a lot of noise and that kind of thing. So I found oils for that, and you probably know that I'm with doTERRA, and they have a veterinary board. So I don't ever have to worry about if I'm using oils that are good or bad. I know that the vets there tell me which ones to use and how to do it, and so that's how it's great. Let's see, I wonder if I can put this here. Let's see, does that work? Does that work? Nope. Wow. Let's see. All right, because I want to be able to show you about Cezanne and how I use it with him. All right, so I'm propping it up there. There we go. All right. So comments, let me hear from you if you're there. And I also want to know about questions. I'm going to be talking, going through this list. But if you have any questions, please ask me. I mean, I love it. I'm just going to, this is not a complete list. Like I said, I'm going to be focusing on being, calming cats, and also a couple of other things like fleas and that kind of thing. All right, so I'll go ahead and start. You'll get Cezanne? Hold on, I'm right back. Here he is, and he's got his special little his decoration on. He's got a little scarf. Anyway, so this is Cezanne. Hi. He's a sweetie. Anyway, so you may have heard that that cats have trouble digesting, or not digesting. Let's see, what's the word? Metabolizing certain chemicals, and there's some they shouldn't have some of the things that maybe dogs can have. There's some things that cats they're just toxic to them, and so some of them are normal, like things you know of, like lilies, yews, ibuprofen, chocolate, caffeine, of course pesticides, and a lot of household cleaners. So those are things that are really toxic for animals, but there's also some essential oils that aren't good for them. So starting out, the ones that are not good for them are the cheap oils, and the ones that you buy in the TJ Maxx or even Costco or drugstore. No. Those are just, they're just full of toxins or artificial fragrance that's bad for humans and adults. Just got to say that there are the ingredient fragrance in most of the essential oils that are with other companies. Those are hormone disruptors. Those are like really bad. In fact, the CDC says that this is bad as secondhand smoke, is fragrance, artificial fragrance. And because they're not food, they can put anything they want on the labels, and so the FDA can't say anything about them. 5% needs to be organic for it to even be labeled organic. So you kind of get the idea that they're fake. So just forget it. I mean, a bottle of lavender is what, $22, a big one for doTERRA. So they're not expensive. They're wonderful, and they're pure, and they're potent, and they're awesome. In fact, I even take lavender internally. It's so pure. All right, so back to the essential oils. But there are some essential oils that even doTERRA makes that that cats shouldn't use. The main one is Melaleuca or tea tree. You don't want to have that diffusing. You don't want that around them. But there's also some others that are like birch, peppermint, wintergreen, and citrus oils are ones that you don't want around cats. And also hot oils like oregano, thyme, cinnamon, those kind of things. You don't want to, because remember, they are so sensitive. Of course, dogs are too, and cats. But cats, their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than humans. So when we can tell a strong smell, theirs is like super strong. So let's just watch that. But as I said, we have a veterinary board with doTERRA. So we have veterinarians that tell us which oils are good and which aren't, and how to use them. So I always feel perfectly confident about the oils that we're using. In fact, Dr. Janet Rourke, one of the main ones that I listen to, she uses these in her practice all the time and talks about it every day. She's using them with her cats and dogs and what so they're good. And I use them with mine. So, all right. So the best number one way for cats is to diffuse. You can always affect their what they're going through by diffusing. They're emotional beings, and they interpret our emotions, and they also their moods can be changed by diffusing. But they also can inhale them, like frankincense is a wonderful oil for for their neurological system, for their cardiovascular system, for their emotions, all of that. So frankincense is great for diffusing. And by the way, when you use a diffuser, you always use a water diffuser with animals, always, because you don't want a straight diffuser. You want one that's going to have the water, and also make it like just maybe 3 to 4 drops in the diffuser. Like if the recipe calls for 6 or 7 drops, use just 3 or 4 with cats because they're sensitive. And use the elongated button, like the one that lasts all day. Like I have my Lumo diffuser, the doTERRA one, and there's one. It's 6 hour. I press it twice, so it goes for all day, and then it goes on for 5 minutes off, so it's not on nonstop. Okay, so I told about that. And then, and when you do diffuse, make sure you leave the door open. Don't ever put them in an enclosed room and leave them there. And let them figure it out. If they don't like it, they'll go and leave the door open so that they can go into another room. So let them figure out, how they want to deal with it. So the main reason I was doing this class tonight was about stress, because it's so prevalent with us humans right now. And even if we don't think we're stressed, we are. I mean, there's just even a small amount underneath, and it comes out in all different ways, from not sleeping well to being irritable or forgetful, those kind of things. They all based on stress. So cats will take on what we are feeling. They have their own version of stressors, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I've heard, not just from Dr. Rourke, but from other veterinarians, that they have seen more problems that they normally don't see with cats in the last year, because of they believe it's the stress that they're taking on from the humans. So just we got to watch ours. We can watch ourselves too. In fact, when we, just like being a mom, a human, it's good to take care of ourselves so we can take care of our human kids. It's the same thing with our furry kids. When we manage our emotions and stress, then they're not as stressed. So these essential oils are great for managing human stress too. All right. I'm trying to keep up with what we got. Yeah. So some of the stressors that cats cause on their own is if, like if they have, if there's a like a multi-cat household. If there's a multi-cat household, they can compete for food and water, and if there's a new cat or a new person in the house, if there's noise, loud music, construction, if they don't have their own safe place, if they go on any kind of travel, like even a veterinary visit or grooming, sometimes they can get stressed. Some cats are more stress prone than others, and so just watch those kind of things. And chronic stress, it can even cause aggravation, or fear in one cat, and then in another cat, it can cause digestive problems. In another one, it'll cause weight gain, so, or over grooming or improper urination. So just notice, how does your cat, if they're starting to do something different, then you may wonder if maybe it's a stress that they're not managing. Long-standing stress, if it goes on for a long time, that can result in autoimmune problems, heart disease, endocrine system disorders, and diabetes. And so, just stop it at the beginning and, do some of these simple changes I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So, all right, and then it also causes compromised, the long-standing stress compromised immune system, just like it does in humans. Stress is really hard on our immune system. All right, so then we've got some ways you can help the cat with lifestyle changes. For instance, make sure that their litter boxes that you have, if they're multi-cat, if each cat has their own, that's helpful, and keep them clean. Mental stimulation, like, stimulate your cat, like play with them, or, do some. I have some toys here that they enjoy. I have a cat feeder outside the door and a window and that kind of thing. And then give your cat a safe place that they can go and feel safe, somewhere that you can't go, and that maybe even other animals can't get to, because they really love having a place to get away. And make sure that there's enough food and water bowls. And if you have more than one cat, definitely have more than one water bowl too, not just the food bowl. And maybe you can even have more water bowls around the house. Let's see. And then I talked about that. Have toys and blankets. Something to do when you're going to go away on a trip and you know that they have a separation anxiety thing when you're gone. If you have like a toys or towels that smell like you, and you're used to playing with them with it, and then when you're gone, don't play, and then just put it away, and then when you leave, then you can let them have that toy and they feel like it's something special, and then when you come back, put it away. So it's only for special. And then provide scratching posts and put them in different parts of the house so that they have a variety to choose from. I have YouTube Music has all these cat YouTube videos with music that go on for anywhere from an hour to 8 hours, and my cats love it. So there's that, and there's even it's called iCalmPet.com, and it has calming pet music for that. Let's see, for as an option. I really love the YouTube though, and and then I don't get sick of the same ones all the time. Sometimes they even have soft music in the background. Make sure each cat's getting enough cuddle time. Let's see. Last but not least, okay, then the essential oils. Okay, so I talked about different lifestyle changes you can do to help with this. Watch to see if it's stressing the cat, and also things you can do to help the cat, or cats, however many you have. So the ways, and then essential oils is what I want to get to tonight, because some of you may know some of what I spoke of, but the essential oils you probably don't, and I know I didn't, especially safely, and where to apply them. Okay, so here, the first one I want to do, I'm going to actually put it on Cezanne now so you can see how it's done. So this one, they have a line of little children's oils, doTERRA does, and there are 5 of them. And this is one of them. It's called Calmer. Can you see that? And it's called the Restful Blend. And this children could put on. You don't even have to worry about them, over putting too much on, because it's a highly diluted, meaning fractionated coconut oil, and so it's the right dilution for cats. That's my point. So what you can do is, so like Cezanne wants to get down. I want to show you before I put him down. So you take it, you undo it, and then you roll it on your finger, and then rub your thumb in and then you put on their ear tips, just on the tip of their ears. See right there, tip of their ears. That's it. That's it. And then if you have some left, you can down this back. That's it. So that's a nice, easy way to do it. You can either do it the tip, or just the back, or just the back. So from the head down. Notice you never put it on their nose, in their eyes, in their ears, any of that. Don't ever put, so in fact, whenever you have a spray, you just there's certain ways to spray. You either, and then you can sometimes you can let them smell it and see if they like it. All right, so I'm going to put him down. He doesn't want to sit up here anymore. Anyway, so that's one of the ways that you can apply it. And I'm going to, let's see, I think I already did. I put the reflexology for dogs and cats on the Facebook post on the event page, so you can see where to apply according to what the problem is. Like he has allergies sometimes, and right behind the pad in the middle is where you put it, the oil that you're using, like Breathe, this one that would be good for that. All right, so you look at the cat paw reflexology on the. You can see that, and you can make a copy of that. That's good to have. All right, so with Calmer, this one I was just talking about, this is like a good standard calms cats, dogs, babies, adults too, not as strong as some of the others because this is so diluted, but it still works great. All right, so it promotes stress-free mood, provides soothing and relaxing feelings, safe for daily use. Oh, that's important. So just know that it's that gentle. It's for all species of cats, and you can use it every day. All right, and then another place that you can put it is you can put a couple of drops in the shampoo, and it'll help with itching and soothe skin if they have any problem with skin. So you just open the top up, take it off, and put a couple of drops in their shampoo. And then, like, if it's stressful, like even when they're giving birth or traveling or fireworks or anything like that, Calmer's great for that. And so you'd put it, again, along the spine is a really good one because their hairs are like, they soak, you don't need to get it on the skin. They wick it. It wicks from the top outside of the hairs into the skin, so it'll work like that. Hey, Catherine. All right, so then we talked about that. Oh, you can put on their cat bedding or their towel, like their toy for stress management, like if you're going to leave your cat at a boarding kennel or whatever, that would be a good thing to put on their toy to help calm them down while they're gone. Okay, now the next one I wanted to talk about is Balance, and this one is it's the grounding blend. Can you see that? This one is one that I use every morning. This is awesome, and it's already diluted, so you can use this right with the cat. As it is. So you take a drop like that. I'm almost out. One drop, and then you rub your hands together, and then you pet it. Pet the cat or the dog. And see, it's on my hand, and shh, like that. That's what you do. So I'm going to put it on the back of my neck to calm me down. This one's good for the first chakra, too. It's a grounding blend. I thought I'd add that. Anyway, so this is a great go-to oil for any animal, any human. It's just awesome. Balance. All right, so, and this one you can diffuse. You can put it in the car, like if you're going on a trip and you've got your animals and they get anxious. It's wonderful to diffuse. You can even drop a couple of drops on the carpet and the whole car smells like a Balance. It's great. And you can also put Balance on before you do any of the other oils, or before they get a shot or anything. Balance will calm them down. Talk about the spine. Great for emotions, for anger. Like if anger in cats, dogs, and humans. Balance is great for that. There you go. All right. So then the other one I wanted to talk about is frankincense. And this one, what I've done is I took the top off, and then I buy these sprayers. So I took that plastic orifice off, and then I took the sprayer. I mixed a few drops of frankincense in there and the rest water so I could make a spray. This, you can spray the bedding with it, and you don't need much, like in this one, the dilution is 0.5% to 2% dilution for cats, which means 0.5% is for like a kitten, 2% is like Cezanne's size, he's 16 pounds, but the average is 1 to 2 percentage. And that is, for instance, this is a 15 milliliter bottle. It's 250 drops, right? So you figure a tablespoon is like 3/4 of the way full. And 5 drops would be great for most cats. 5 drops and the rest fractionated coconut oil. And that's what you fill it up with. I'll show you how to, I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But this frankincense is for, when you think of seizures, think about this one. It's because frankincense, the absorption of frankincense helps your pet's nervous system to change the unusual signals that cause seizures. It's amazing, amazing. So you apply it to the spine at the base of the neck, and then also between the front paws. And it should be diluted according to what I was just saying. For larger animals like a dog that's 70 pounds or something, you don't have to dilute it, but for cats you do. All right, so let me show you how to dilute it. So I put the so I get fractionated coconut oil from doTERRA. This is it. It's just plain old organic liquefied fractionated coconut oil. Then I take the top. I took an empty bottle of Breathe, and I take the plastic top off, so it's open like that. And as I said, this is just fractionated coconut oil. And then I take my Breathe, and I'm going to put the 5 drops in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So then I put the plastic back on, and I shake it up. And then notice on these on ones that I've used for cats, they say C on them. So I have a whole bag of oils that I've done this with. They're all ready to go for when whatever's going on with Cezanne or Shanti. So now this is ready to go, and it's diluted right for. So what this is for is Cezanne. Let me show you. So for hairballs, for digestive problems, constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating, ate something you didn't like, just like humans, you take a couple of drops of that mixture and you rub it on his tummy. That's all you do with Digest-Then. And it's fabulous. It works within just a few minutes, and it's wonderful. So that's what you do. So he likes that. He doesn't have a problem. That's why I didn't put any. There's not really Digest-Then on my hands. I just wanted to show you how to apply it. So what do you think, Cezanne? Huh? So that's it. And then the paws. So you see that pad right there is where you put the oils that I was talking about before. Okay. So you saw how to make your own, like I did, like with lavender. It's just a great way to. It's just great. And then so like here's the Digest-Then, and it says 2%, 6 drops. So I know how much to put in. I know it's done. All right. And then I even got this little funnel, so I measured the tablespoon and put it in if you want to do that, but you don't have to. All right, so you understand how to do that? All right. I talk about frankincense. Another one, sometimes, if they're going to the vet, or if they get surgery, or those are things. So there's a way that you can, there's an oil that you can use to help them with their healing, or if they just cut themselves or whatever. It's the cat and children's version of OnGuard. OnGuard is the one that we use for that in adults or children. But there's also Stronger, it's called. It's the children's version. So you can use Stronger, or you can use OnGuard Touch. OnGuard Touch is already diluted, or you can make your own dilution. But the idea is OnGuard or Stronger. And that is like if you're boarding your cat and you want to build up their immune system before they go and after, so in case they got something while they were there. If they're going to the groomer, if they're going to get vaccinated, if you want to keep their immune system strong, like if it's been compromised, if you want wound healing, it's just a wonderful way. In this one, you can it's safe to use daily. So the Stronger is really good for that. And also, yeah, those would be all the reasons to use it. Just like adults, just think about keeping your immune system strong. Okay, and I talked about digestion. All right, the last one I want to talk about, how am I doing? The last one I want to talk about is insects, fleas and ticks. So, you know, some of these chemicals, including the flea and tick spray, I mean, I've heard some horrible things about, my cats are indoor cats, but some of the products that are given to cats and dogs, you know, to keep fleas and ticks off, it's really hard on them. I mean, some have seizures, some get sick, some, you know, go to sleep for a few days. I mean, it's hard on them. It's strong. So there's ways that you can get around that naturally. And our version is called Terra Shield. Can you see that? It's called the outdoor blend, and it smells amazing. It has ylang ylang, cedarwood, catnip, lemon eucalyptus, lycia, nuka, and arborvitae, and vanilla bean absolute. And all of these are known to protect against annoying insects like fleas. So what's nice about this is that it smells awesome, and there's even because of the catnip in it, cats really love it. So if they act kind of weird when they have it, it's because they really like it. All right, so when you spray, when you spray them before they go out, but you remember, don't spray it so that get it in their eyes and their ears. So you put your hand over and spray the rest, and then put some on your hands and, you know, rub it like around their ears and down, but not in their ears, not in their eyes. Okay, you got it? And then you can also take that Terra Shield that smells amazing. I mean, it smells so good you can't believe it's an insect repellent. It's for humans, but it's also for animals. Anyway, you can spray it around the door frame, like to keep insects out. You can, you know, around the windows, just to keep insects from coming in. It's just delicious. All right, so I talked. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about. Hold on. My low power. All these technical things. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. But the last thing I want to talk about is the cleaner. So when you think about it, cats and dogs and babies, you know, or people go barefooted, they're walking on the floor. And that floor, it has, so everything, well, not just the floor, the carpets, the floors, everything that what they drink, they're affected by all of it. I'm talking about the pets right now. They're affected by all of it. And so it's super important to have what they're walking on clean, because not only does it go through their paws into their body, but also when they walk on it and they're grooming, you know, they're licking their paws and all that, so it goes right in. So don't use junk on the floor. And by the way, pine is really bad for cats. Like, that's one of the chemicals that they can't metabolize. And a lot of people, yeah, good, Catherine. Yes, it's recorded, so you can watch it on my page. But pine sol and some of those others that they make clean, but they're really bad for cats. And so cats are walking, and it's going in through their body. So NO on the chemical cleaning stuff. Just something simple. I mean, OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate, one $14 bottle makes like 20 quarts of non-toxic cleaner that you can clean everything with, including dishes. It's that pure. But it cleans, like it'll clean 99.9% of all the bacteria, just like the bad stuff will, but it cleans well, and it's non-toxic. So you got that. And remember, all these toxins, when the cats can't clean out, just like humans, when we can't clean out the toxins, and when they start developing and staying in our bodies, and we can't clean them anymore, that starts compromising our immune system, and then things go downhill from there. Let's see. All right. Toxins, yeah. Okay. This is so and it helped. Toxins can cause, I'm going to read this, can cause problems with cats and can worsen or accelerate many health problems. Too much toxic overload can lead to lethargy, fatigue, and a lot of times you're hearing that cats, some of these cats, especially seniors, they kind of get lethargic. Lethargy, fatigue, a weakened immune system, and tumors and cysts. All right, we're talking about toxic chemicals that the cats are breathing and touching in the house. But just like people, they have a way of eliminating toxins through their normal body functions if their body is functioning properly. So the filtering organs like liver, kidneys, and lungs that's what they do. So you want to make sure that you reduce the toxins and that you don't add any more where they don't have to be. For sure, cleaning. Just go under your kitchen sink, and there's like 3 things you need, and everything else you can get rid of. It does no. All right, so something that helps the natural cleaning of our body, of the cat's body, is Juniper Berry. It's wonderful to help for the kidneys and the urinary tract function, and the liver and the purifying hepatic system. So Juniper Berry does all of that, and it's an amazing digestive cleanser. It can help their nerve function, and you can diffuse it, and it's a wonderful thing to diffuse, and it smells wonderful, woodsy and spicy, little nice beautiful aroma. It's just really nice. All right, so it supports kidney and urinary tract infection function. Like I said, it's a natural skin toner, great for rashes, acts as a natural cleansing and detoxifying agent. It supports proper liver function, and you diffuse for positive feelings and to lessen stress. So that's Juniper Berry. So those are the main things I wanted to go over tonight. I have a calming spray. I have another rash spray. I'm going to go ahead and put those down in the bottom. I said I was only going to be a half hour. I'm trying to honor your time. So I'm going to put those things in the comment. But I also have the dilution guide. That's super important. Is to remember it's 0.5% is for kittens. 2 drops in a tablespoon, which is almost a whole 15 ml bottle. So that's 2 drops, and the rest fractionated coconut oil for kittens. And then for cats like Saison, it's 5 to 6 drops in that 15 ml bottle, okay? And so the overview of what to do and what not to do with animals, only use good quality ones like doTERRA. I mean, it's just not worth it to get cheaper ones, and you don't do it. And then use water-based diffuser, and allow the cats to go in and out of the room, at their leisure. And remember to use it at the just 3 or 4 drops, and use the longer time. When introducing new oils, just notice, do they rub their eyes or their head, or they start acting weird, or you just notice they'll start meowing more if they don't like it. So then you know that hasn't happened with me yet. I haven't, but anyway, it just notice your cat. Notice that always dilute. And when we say dilute, we're saying with fractionated coconut oil, and then the skin irritation is the most common adverse side effect with these oils, and so just make sure you dilute, and then you just discontinue. If you notice some skin rash, just discontinue, and then you'll know to dilute next time, or replace it with another oil. And as I said, don't use oils in their eyes, nose, or in their ears. Use caution if they're very young or pregnant, and don't give pets products containing xylitol. So that's what I got on cats. And so I just want you to feel confident in using these doTERRA oils with cats. Save lots of money at the vet. I mean, big time. I'll leave you with this one story. When I realized the power of these oils with animals, the chief medical officer with doTERRA has horses, Dr. Hill. And this was when he first started with doTERRA. And his vet bill was like $2,000 because his horse had colic. Colic is because horses can't vomit, and they can die from colic. And so and then when he gets back and talks to the other people, he found out that digestin, just 3 drops of digestin, diluted, rubbed on that horse's stomach would have solved the problem. And I've told 2 of my other horse owners about that, and they've done it, and yes, that's exactly what happened. It worked. So I'm just saying, and it's $2,000 vet bill versus a $24 bottle of digestion. You tell me what the difference is. Anyway, just know what oils to use, get used to using, feel confident, just dilute, and I'm always here to ask. And by the way, if you're not a member of doTERRA yet, or wholesale member, and you'd like to get these oils wholesale, no obligation to, to do anything more. I'm not pushy, but I am pushy as far as wanting to get information with you, because these are awesome, and they can change your life if you just keep using them. Just think to yourself, what oils do I have? Instead of saying, I need to go to the drugstore for that, think, what oils do I have for that? Okay, that's all. Just start changing your life, and you will be amazed. Okay, I'm going to say goodnight. Any questions, put them in the comment box, and I'll get back to you later. And thanks again for your time. Oh, one last thing. Every Saturday morning, I'm doing a 15-minute class on this page about a different oil, how to use different oils for humans. All different ones. And this Saturday, I'm doing Arbor Vitae, one of my favorites. So 9:30 this Saturday. It'll be every Saturday morning at 9:30. And I just want you to learn these oils. Okay, bye.